Alrighty then. I guess we're gonna get started here. Let me go on to our talking scene. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Hopefully y'all are pretty good. Made a little bit of changes. Switched out a couple of posters. Put in a new couple of things. Hopefully y'all are pretty good. I see Comey in the chat. Comey, happy Pride Month. From one bisexual to a pansexual. So, hearts to you because you are awesome. Wow, I got some things to talk about here. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna turn on the stream right now. So just to just talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing today. I I'm just gonna just continue on what I said I was gonna do because I said to myself I wanted to do this. I wanted to learn how to wet paint, but I forgot to set up everything. So this weekend I'm gonna set up everything, and then hopefully by Tuesday when I have my regular streams, I will be able to do it. If you're wondering why I haven't streamed in a consistent basis what I'm doing, like what I'm supposed to be doing, like the Gunpla streams, I had a rather nasty fall the other day when I was at the movies going to watch Shin Kamen Rider. Oh, let me fix something here. Let me lower this a little bit. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, you didn't see anything. Anyways, yeah, so I took a rather nasty spill when I went to see Shin Kamen Rider, and it was close to pan romantic with Happy Pride Month nonetheless. Oh, well, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, just to go back to what I was talking about, I took a nasty spill after watching the movie. Wait, it was fine. It was just kind of I was kind of scraped up, kind of bloody, but I was fine. I wasn't fine. I was hurting, and there was a big old bruise on my. There was a big bruise on my knee when I took the fall, and it ballooned to the size of a small balloon, literally. When I woke up the next morning, and I had to go to the emergency room, and I'm like, yeah, fine, I'll go. I don't like going to the emergency room, but fuck it. So yeah, so I mean, they checked me out. They said, "Yeah, you're fine. Just took a really nasty fall. So just keep off your leg for next week or so, and then just do it rest up and that's what I've been doing. I've been resting up. I've been just doing other things here on the side, and yeah, just that's all I've been doing. Just resting up and doing just other things here, just so you know, that looks like I have a lockjaw. Anyways, um, yeah, so I just got into a rather nasty spill, like I constantly am, because I'm an idiot. But hey, I'm better now. I'm actually able to walk around now without for the last couple of days. It still hurt, but I was walking around. They gave me a cane, and I was walking around with a cane, and now I don't need the cane anymore. And I'm actually able to run around and do things now. So I'm really happy about that today. I can do that today. So I figured, hey, might as well just might as well take advantage now while I'm still at it. So yeah. So let me turn on some music here because I forgot to turn on the music because it's gonna be boring just hearing the sound of the void of space without anything else playing. But how is everybody else? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty good because hey, I care about all of you guys. It's just a lot of you people that come to these streams are my friends, both IRL and yeah, mutual acquaintances. So I just want to know how everybody else is doing. So hopefully y'all are doing pretty good this Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's not Friday. It's Friday. Goddamn. All right. Let's turn on this audio. All right. Hopefully, y'all can listen to the music here. What was this window here? Okay. So, like I said, I have a lot to talk about here. Like, I want to talk a little bit about Shin Kamen Rider. So, if you're willing to listen to spoilers about the movie, I'm gonna say some spoilers about the movie because I think there's a lot of things I want. There's a lot of things I kind of want to get off my chest with it. I kind of want to talk about what's going on with Twitch because, like, I have a lot of thoughts as someone that's been doing this for a couple of years now. You would think that someone with a channel with like only 35 people is following would know what's going on, but I've had experience before, and I know the struggles of trying to do things, and currently I'm seeing this trend of what's going on, and like I think I better chime in on a lot of things. I also want to talk to you about like the leak of Persona 3, what Reloaded, P5T, and anything else that anybody wants to talk about. I'm open to anything while I build this thing. So let's go on to the main scene and let's get started. Ah, so yeah, there is Tupperware. Here is everything disassembled. Um, yeah. There's some. Here's what ended up happening. Um, when I worked on this, I worked on this because like yeah, obviously I wanted to I wanted to do I also wanted to paint this thing up again. And I knew when I was doing this, I was going to like I was not happy with the first take, with the first thing, like the first like I did the first time. So this time it's gonna be a little bit more different. I'm gonna take a lot more things into consideration because I want to. I wanted to start. I want to be because like I have a little bit more. I know what I want to do now, and I know where a lot of these things are gonna go to when I'm done. So, I mean, when I say that, like, I know where I want to go with it. It's just like what I mean by that is that I want to. Like, I have an idea, like what I want, what the coloring and stuff like that. And I do feel like a lot of it too is like I kind of rushed into it and I kind of didn't take my time as I usually do with these model kits. Um, so I just want to just like go in and just like do this like because I forgot to like shave a lot to see a lot of the nubs and marks, the stress marks there. And it's like I kind of need to get rid of a lot of them. And like the reason why I wanted to do wet painting was like the last time when I did the painting the first time, um, when I did it the first time there was a lot of there was like a lot of like it was very like there was a lot of either the stuff was really flaky or the stuff was really or the stuff was really like caked in like really like with this like really thick color and it was just let me mute this while let me mute Discord. Sorry, so you have to hear the boop boop. Um, yeah, it was like really caked on, and like I didn't like that cake looking onto it, so I figured I just wanted to redo this again. This time a little bit like more a proper way of like doing it. So the plan is when I do this, is I think what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna like just go in and add it again and just do it regularly. So, but yeah. So let's talk a little bit about stuff that's going on in the world today, especially the world that's going on right now. I didn't see the that summer games Bob that was happening like yesterday. I only saw like some of the trailers, but suffice to say, a lot of the stuff I knew already. I was just like, yeah, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Like we knew we knew Final Fantasy 7 was gonna come out eventually. I just thought like, oh, it's gonna come out like 2025, 2026. No, coming out next year in 2 discs. That surprised the hell out of me. So, um, what was the next thing that showed off that caught my attention was the board. Well, I was gonna say Borderlands, Fortnite, the Fortnite Wilds update, the next chapter in the next chapter, and that caught my attention because like the Optimus Prime's on it, and You know, I've always been a sucker for battle passes. It's like it's $7 for it's $7 for like you're getting like at least like 3 months of games. Hey, what's up, Ben? How you doing? Just welcome to the stream of me working on model kits and me talking about stuff. I'm just talking about Fortnite of all things because I've been getting into Fortnite for the last couple of months. Actually, it might be a year now because like I got started around that Dragon Ball when the Dragon Ball stuff kind of dropped. I'm gonna so that's gonna be about a year now. So that's interesting that I've been playing this game for about a year now. And I was just saying like, like I saw the trailer for the new DLC with Optimus Prime, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that later today. I might just do a stream or two of that. So I also talked a little bit about it's the entry grade. It is the entry grade RX-78 because one, it was cheap, and two, it's like if I mess up on this thing, I only pay like what I only paid what I only paid like what like $8 American for it. So it's like I'm not gonna be like oh my god I spent $20-$30 on this thing and like oh my god I spent so much like so it's like I figured like just to experiment with like doing like some more advanced things with like doing like doing advanced kind of like gluing and painting stuff. I figured buying an entry grade would be a little bit more of a would be more of a benefit to me. So well, yeah, how about you? How are things at Shin Station EU? Hopefully things are going well with you, and hopefully things are going good with you and Mason. So hopefully, hopefully that's gonna hopefully that's going good. Um, so where was I? So yeah, I mean the stuff about like the Summer Games Fest, Fortnite. I've been playing that for a little bit, and I am interested in that new update that's coming up. So I'm gonna pick that up later on when I'm done with the stream. Um, as I said before, Final Fantasy VII was shown, and I'm like, yeah, it's actually looks pretty good. So I'll give this. We still didn't record that hardly anybody checks out, but yeah, yeah. And the like problem is, it's like you really can't say where you're doing these things. It's like that's another problem too. Which speaking of things you can't talk about in public, hey, oh, just hit my head with the mic. Sorry, but but yeah. Where is the peace sign here? It's one of these. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let me see what else they showed off here at this summer games thing. Cause I haven't seen a lot of the stuff that's out. Like I only saw a few things, but I didn't see a whole lot of it. Let me turn on. Let me turn on here something here. Let me just put the because I want to see like what else did they show that I may have seen or may not have seen. You know? Let's see. Where is? Um, let's go here. Okay. Let's scroll down here more and more and more. Uh, Lunch Club is $1.99. Let's pick that up. And Ice is having a sale. Sales. I'm looking at Wario's before, obviously. That's not a bad deal on that kit. That's X $24.99. Not bad. Just fast X, but where is it? And it's gonna take me a little bit here. Let's see. So many deals. $14. I paid Nah, I paid 20. I'm not salty about that. Uh, I'm gonna leave those. I'm gonna leave that stuff for like later about the personas things. Let's see here. Uh, two Lies of P. Sandland. Okay, Star Rail coming to PS5 and sometime by the end of the year. Uh, okay. Let's start off here. Mortal Kombat 1. I'm digging Mortal Kombat 1. I don't know if how you building stuff. Nah, I'm good. I'm good right now. I kind of want to do this on my own. But how was it? So yeah, Mortal Kombat 1. They showed off some footage of it. They kept a lot of stuff from Mortal Kombat 11, and it's like that's perfectly fine. Now you got strikers in the game, and I think like what they're trying to do is like you're gonna have like this setup of like fighters and strikers, and I'm like, that could work, you know. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of like separating the cast, but hey, it could work, and let's see how that works. I've been seeing a lot more fighting games rely more on strikers and assists in games nowadays, so yeah, this should be interesting. Let's see. We already knew about Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight, but the more I see of it, the more I'm like, I kind of want to buy it just because of how ridiculous that is, because that is kind of a stupid thing. I like the fact that he's like a survivor and not like I would have picked him as being like the killer, but he's actually be a survivor. So I'm like, okay, cool. Um, uh, Witchfire. This looks like what, like an arena boomer shooter. Cool. We're getting to that. We're getting to that. Remnant 2. When did the first Remnant come out? Did it come out like? I want to say it came out like a couple, like not like I want to say like not a year ago, but like 2 years ago. Yeah, Sonic Superstars. I was telling Comey this. They did the thing I was hoping they would do with Sonic, and that is take the best parts of Sonic Generations and make that into a full-on game, which is like the 2D parts of the game. And I am down with it. I'm definitely gonna pick it up when that comes by, but I'm pretty sure the Switch version is gonna be like the GIMP version. But that's unfortunately a sad state of affairs that we have to go through as of late, especially with someone like me that doesn't have that much money. But yeah, but que sera. That's Honkai Star Rail. That game's really good. I've been playing that a lot lately. I'm gonna play that when I'm done with the stream because I want to play more of it. I need to get Silverwolf. Silverwolf is awesome. That's coming out to PS5 in the fourth quarter 2023. So most likely, like we're looking at like October, November, maybe December. Most likely November at the latest. So it's not bad. Definitely will pick that up. Definitely if I have a PS5, I'll definitely pick that up because I'm currently addicted to that game. So Lies of P. Who's making this game? This game looks interesting. Just I don't know if it's my kind of game, really. Sandland. I know they're trying to make a big push for Sandland because I know that's another thing. Like, it's another original Akira Toriyama like thing he made, and yeah. Let's see how this game's gonna end up. If it's gonna be like an action game or an adventure game or like an open world game or whatever. Let's see. More Alan Wake 2. Switch between both characters, so it's gonna be like Spider-Man. Space Marine 2. Okay. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Okay. It's interesting coming out 2024 for like all the current gen consoles. Okay, cool, cool. Baldur's Gate 3 coming out this August. Okay, Spider-Man 2. The one we saw like a huge presentation source. Like we don't even really see more of it coming out about this October. Definitely want to pick that up. This might be like the only reason why I want to pick up a PS5 because it's like I really want to play it. I really want to play the Spider-Man game. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man is hot. Definitely want to pick that up. And yeah, FF7. You know, they have Ever Crisis and like the other game. Not oh my god, what's the name of it? Rebirth. Yeah, Rebirth. And it's gonna be a 2 disc. Be insane game. Didn't get into Genshin. That'll give Honkai Star. That being said, the game has a nice graphics. Rather particular about Himeko. It's a good game. It's not like it is definitely not like Genshin. It's actually more of a RP. It's more like a JRPG game than it is like that's more like an open world like adventure game. This is more Honkai is more of a is more like a JRPG, and I think that works better to its benefit. And and a friend of mine told me if you're there, you can. We were talking about this, and we're saying like it's a solid RPG, despite all that. Save your Spider make me buy a PS3. Actually, we played both Spider-Man and Miles Morales. Oh, yeah, because like Spider Verse is like the hot thing right now, and also too with like they showed off that presentation. That presentation they showed off the other day for the Sony thing was amazing. Like I thought that was really cool what they did with that. Let's see here. Let me. Yeah, Honkai still gotcha. Yeah, I can get into that deal. I didn't if you there's that. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna pressure you into picking one or the other because that's not my thing. I don't like putting people on the spot for this type of thing. You're obviously you're a Saber loyalist to the end, and you know what? I am. I am not gonna take that away from you. So I'm not so like if you want, that's it. That we can just have it right there. Okay, so let's see. This is interesting. This is an interesting way of making a model kit. How do you do a model kit from memory? Shit, entry grade. This is entry grade. Like babies should be able to make this in their sleep. And there goes a piece. But yeah, I mean, if you want, if you drive with one thing or the other, I ain't gonna fight it because what's the point? I'm fucking old. I don't want to fight anybody anymore. I'm too old for fight. I'm too old for fighting about waifus and stuff like that. Just fucking enjoy what you want to fucking enjoy. This piece. What I like about this kit at least is I'm actually gonna paint this. I'm rebuilding it because what I did was I disassembled this because I painted it before, and I was unhappy with how the paint job was. And I just stripped the paint out, and I just figured like I just want to I want to like go through it again and just do like a lot of like the fancier things like what this part right here. It's just 2 pieces. I want to make this like one piece, and like what I like about this kit is like you can remove things like that, and you don't have to like worry about things. So what I'm gonna do is like with these types of parts, I'm gonna glue them in with with model kit glue. But when it comes to like, and then like when I'm ready, I'm gonna I'm gonna paint it all up again. Because like I said, the last time I painted this up, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, last time I got this, last time I did this, there was two huge problems with the paint. One, the paint was flaking off, and two, the paint was starting to was caked in too much. So I had to make it so it was like I didn't like either or. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm just gonna go in there again and just remake it and just with like and learning how to do like wet painting. it comes out a lot more cleaner, and there's a lot more it's a lot less that's a good way of saying this. It's a lot less like stuff is caked in and stuff like that, and that way too, it has a more cleaner it'll have a more cleaner look at the end of the process. Let me show you. Let me post some pictures here really quick because I can post these. I'll post these up so you can see how like I had like a before and after what I did, and like I said, like I was happy with it before, but like the more I started looking at, it, the more I'm like I just don't like how this is looking. I don't like how this looks at all. So I'm like I need a I wanted to just do a just a complete overhaul on it paint wise, and so right now what I'm doing is basically I'm reassembling it, and then like what I'm gonna do up what I'm gonna do is that once everything is said and done, I am gonna I'm gonna remove some of the pieces and like glue them in, and then start painting it like maybe next stream as well, because I want to because like I said, I just want these to be I want this to have a more cleaner look, and I figure like with this more simpler model kit, it's not only is it more simpler, but it's also more like I am able to do a lot more concerning like I'm able to like get away with doing a little bit more like detail work and stuff like that, and also to it wouldn't be like, oh, I only wasted like a couple of dollars on this instead of having to waste like more money on it. So that's why I figured I'd use this as like the base for it, as opposed to like a high grade or something like that. Hopefully work my way up to working on like more complicated things as time goes on. So hopefully when the time comes, I can talk about I can like start painting like more detailed stuff, and yeah, that's the plan so far with this model kit. I just work on it as much as I can, and then like right now, well, not working as much as I can because the thing's already done, but like do like just a complete overhaul, rebuild it from ground up because I had to strip so I can strip like I stripped all the paint and everything. So when I'm done with that, I want to go back in and start to when I'm done with that, I want to start going in and I want to like paint it up again. And yeah, I think like I was mentioning before, I what I do a lot is that like the thing is because of space and stuff like that, I don't have much space to do things. So like doing stuff like um doing stuff like airbrushing might be very difficult for me. That's why I opted to do the that's why I opted instead to do the hand painting. So if you're wondering how I'm gonna paint this, I got the pictures right here. So yeah, it's like that because of space reasons. I cannot. I opted not to. I opted. I'm opting to like learn how to like hand paint things, and I know that's like the road less traveled. But I figured too that's like my best bet for like for like, my situation, my living situation, where it's like I still want to do some things, but I can't at the moment. So, and you can see when I post these pictures up, you can see some of like the big glaring problems, and now you can see why it's like I want using this as like a why I was using this as like a just as a tool for me to like practice like painting and stuff like that. Are you gonna paint? Oh, I'll show you right now how I'm gonna be painting it. Let me show it to you because like I'm painting it the prototype RX-78 colors, and this is how it came out before. So that should be like the link right there should be like how it used to be. So if anyone wants to check that out, you can click that link. That was the first. That was like the first job I did. That was the first paint job I did, and like I said, like I was. So I had to I had to do a little bit of I had to do a little bit of work here just to like get all that to. I had to do a lot of that work. So I had to, so that's why it's like if you see us all disassembled here, it's that's why. Uh, this goes in like that, and then this goes in like this. Yeah, obviously this will not be a piece I'm gonna glue in because I know this piece is gonna be a pain in the bollocks if I have to like fucking paint this if something goes wrong. So I can. So this piece is gonna stay the same when it gets. Oh wait, I'm a fucking idiot. This is how you're supposed to assemble it. The good news about this kit, what I like is that is the fact that this kit's symmetrical. So the left part is the same as the right part, just save for a few extra pieces here and there. But it's like if I can build one side, the other side's gonna be almost the same as the other. So for me, that's actually kind of a huge plus. Where it's like kind of like memorization is not really that necessary to like remember how things were put in place. So yeah. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so yeah, about a couple hours after that Summer Games presentation, there was a leak. They were supposed to show that off like for I think Sunday. They were supposed to be showing off a Microsoft thingamabob instead of E3. And apparently they were gonna show off Persona 5 Reloaded, Persona 3 Reloaded, and oops, it got leaked on the internet. Sorry. What's on the internet? It can't be. You can't hide it anymore. So yeah, someone leaked it on Instagram of all places. They just leaked the freaking game. They leaked the trailer and it's like it looks fantastic. I like a lot of the new things they added into the game. I mean, what I like is that it's the same game as Persona 3, which I absolutely love. I loved Persona 3 when I played it. Save for a few things here and there that they I honestly feel bad for the social media people. That's the way we're on Persona 5 X. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's the first thing I said to myself, Comey. I was like, oh, someone's getting fired. Oh, no. But hey, we're gonna get more hype now. I'm still waiting for more info on Persona 5X. Yeah, but that's the mobile game that they're making for China, I believe. That's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna turn out when it's all said and done. Mm. I saw some of the designs. I was like, some of those designs look weird, but also interesting at the same time. I'm more interested as well on Persona 5, Persona 5 Tactics. I think that's what it's called. The game looks freaking fantastic. I'm always a sucker for tactical RPGs, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick that up. Yeah, they were gonna drop that news at anime. I thought they said I thought it was gonna be this Sunday at the Microsoft presentation. That's what I remember hearing. I tried to get into it when it finally clicked with me with Royale until I had a platinum. Man, it feels real with her back when. Yeah, I got Persona. I got Persona 5 on. I got Persona 5 Royal on the Switch, and I'm gonna fire it up eventually. I was telling Komi that I like I think in the like not on these official streams, but like on like the later streams I do. I think about like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish Persona 3 on my own and just power through that and do a new game plus run with it. Just have like everything powered up and just start making like Uber builds with everybody and just like start like doing all the romancing to get all the good rewards and just start min maxing the fuck out of everything so I can like when I do like a couple more playthroughs I'm already like uber powerful so I like you might so don't be surprised if I start doing that like on the side as well. Um, when it comes to Persona 4 and 5, those are next on my docket. I kind of like where I work my way up to those. I know Persona 3 it has like a kind of basic story. Like I'm at the point where it's like 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 I know the game doesn't have like a real ending and real stuff like that. Especially the version I'm playing. I'm playing portable because I'm a Switch pleb. But when it comes to that stuff, like I'm playing that. I think what I might I'm doing is like, and what eventually one of the runs as well, I might actually just do like the female main character just for shits and giggles, because I wanted to do that because I was telling Komi I was like I want to romance I want to romance Akihiko, but I know he's virtually impossible. But I like a challenge. I absolutely like a challenge. So let's get that challenge in. When it comes to like yeah like and like I said like Persona 5 and Persona 3, like yeah, it sucks that those guys like they're putting a lot of effort in to be like to not reveal it, but just can't. The internet is a machine, and once you show after that machine, it you can't once you let the genie out of the bottle, you can't put it back in. So yeah, so it's quite unfortunate this happened, um, but at the same time too, I think it made me a little bit more hyped. Does that make sense? I'm more excited now, and like maybe they had it sucks because maybe they had like bigger plans. Maybe they had like bigger plans at like conventions and stuff like that, or but and we won't be able to see those come to fruition. But at the same time too, like I I I actually I wouldn't mind like after seeing all that it's like whatever you guys got cooked up, whatever you guys got hands for, that's really cool. You guys are doing some awesome work so far. And yeah, be polite to your social media people because like they're only human. They deserve a lot. They don't deserve all the hate and stuff like that. They're only human. Uh, doesn't yeah, it's standing. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I really want to check that out and see like how that's gonna go with those games. And I put this piece on backwards. Can you believe this shit? This is another reason why. This is another reason why I need. This is another reason why I picked an entry grade because I am prone to do this. Uh, all right. All right. Take two from the top. With feeling. Lord Low, Lord Ballor the Builder. This is simple. Yes, I'll give you that much. Actually, it's a reassemble. I already disassembled this thing once. I already disassembled this thing once, and I'm just rebuilding it again because, like I said, let me give you like the whole entire thing again. Like I am, okay, hold on. I'll check that out later. Um, Personally, right now, like if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about like this kit in particular. I was working on for a little bit because I want to work on something simple. I want something to practice like wet painting and stuff like that. You know, hand painting with like wet painting. And I had painted it before. Let me post that link up here. Um, and that's how it looked before. And I was unhappy because there was a lot of flaking. There's a lot of like just little mistakes I was not happy with. So this is gonna. So I disassembled everything and just started doing it again. I went and did it again. So I figured like this is a good opportunity with this bottle kit. The intricate's cheaper than Helio, and that as a high grade also. Yeah, that's another reason why. So that's another reason why wanted to work on this kit because and use this kit as like a way to practice painting and doing like other things I want to do. Like like I want to do more learn how like I want to learn how to do like more proper like gluing techniques and stuff like that. So I figured with this kit it's a little bit since it's a lot cheaper, a lot more if I make a mistake on this kit, I'm out like $8, whatever. I'm not gonna like fucking I just spent $8, whatever. I'm not gonna be hurting for money or anything like that. Or it's like, oh shit, I just spent like $30-$40 on this kit and now I gotta like make sure that not I messed up on this kit. And it's like, it sucks a lot when that happens. Right, shit happens sometimes. Um, yeah, recently I was working on a. There's no mistakes. There's no mistake. Exactly. Recently I was working on a Big Rice Standard Kamen Rider Agito, and the leg snapped off on his the leg hinge on his thigh had snapped off because I did something accidentally. Because like the instructions are so weird when it comes to those things, and it just snapped, and I was like, oh, it, that's done. That's it for me. That's it for this guy. There's only battle damage you really muck it up because it becomes a custom. Yeah, yeah, it is absolutely true. Absolutely true. No. Well, Tommy Thin will fix up enough for display. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm doing. Like I like the thing is like the Tommy like the thing is this is what I'm using right now. Let me show you. I'm using this stuff, Mr. Cement. Um, this is fine. This is a fine glue to use, but I'm not happy with it. See, I haven't built complete. I kind of want to do again. I don't know what to do instead of phase cut that first. It's already quick. Gundam robot Damashis. Well, what I do is I paint mine. I've been learning how to paint, so that's why it's like one of the things. So it's like one of the things I've been doing here on the site is just painting it. So, yeah, going back to this, I mean, this is fine if you're just gonna like glue something in, but to get like what I want is I want to get that like the seam. I want to like get rid of the seam lines, and because this dries up so quick, you don't have it doesn't have time to like it doesn't cure properly. You get a master grade to have a larger version. That's true. You can do that too. You oh fuck. And what the problem is like I just like I got these for like a couple of bucks, like from a hobby store, from a local hobby place, and it's like, there, I mean, it was fine. I should have paid more attention to it, so I actually bought some Tamiya's. They're gonna be coming in tomorrow, and I bought like a pack of 3. So yeah, Tammy's a little bit of hot mix. I think I think that's what I needed. Like this goes in cold, and because of that, it goes up. It dries up really quick. it's almost like you're just putting rubbing alcohol, and it's like this stuff like kind of dries up. It's good for like basic things, but if you want to get like the real stuff, then you're better off getting a Tamiya, like the regular stuff, the regular stuff that goes in hot. So like this stuff is fine if you're like if you just want to like glue something in, but if you want to like do like more work, I think like getting the more regular Tamiya stuff would be more beneficial. That's just me though. Oh, that's not a stress mark. I thought these were stress marks for a minute. I thought this was a stress mark for a minute. I don't know if you can see, but you can see like the white paint. I thought like, oh my god, is that a stress mark? No, just white paint that came off of it. Tells you like again like how much of a freaking idiot I am when I was building this thing. Like I mean I was paying attention, but it's just like fuck me. Yeah, like I want to work my way up onto doing a little bit more, like a little more complicated like builds and a little bit more complicated kits. Um, I eventually want to do like my friend gifted me like a friend of mine, a dear friend. I tried to apply it onto your wish. Okay, good luck to you, my friend. Um, what are you gonna be like? Are you gonna be volunteering or are you gonna be? Oh, volunteer. Yeah, you're volunteering. I thought you were gonna actually do a run. I'm like, oh shit. Like, what are you running? What did you tell me that you're? You didn't, why didn't you tell me you're a speedrunner? Like, holy moly. Yeah, I mean, good luck on that. I know you and Liz have been talking back and forth on it. Oh heck, yeah, yeah. But like, I know you. I know you and Liz were like have been back and forth on things, and so I wish you luck on that one because like I did some volunteer work for GDQ, and that's fine. It was fine. Kind of weird, but kind of fine. But I don't know how things are. I don't know how things have changed since the last time I did it, but mm, cheated. No, no, don't. No, no, no. We don't cheat here. We cheat when we have to like editing. We have to do stuff like we have to do like stuff involving the computer. Then we cheat. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that person, please. Nah, don't, whatever. Don't. I don't condone it. That ain't it. Exactly. Don't we don't. I don't condone it. We do things legit. We want them to work hard for their brow. Uh Speaking of which, I need to talk about something here. I did get something off my chest. Speaking of people earning their money and stuff like that. How about that Twitch guys? How about how they've been like handling a lot of the? How about they've been handling a lot of these crazy ass things as of late? Um, I know you guys think like, oh my god, this guy barely started. No, I've been streaming for a while, and like I also have a lot of streamer friends as well. So I've been paying attention to a lot of like the drama involving like streaming stuff like that. And one of the things that caught my attention is like there's a couple of things. One, I am not in favor of what they're doing with what they're doing with like ad stuff. Like oh like if you have to have like a certain thing that's you can only have like a certain thing on your on your on your you can only have like if you're doing an ad like you're doing a paid ad you can only have like a certain size and stuff like that and it's gonna be like very restrictive to like how they're gonna be handling like ads going forward and I know a lot of people who rely on a lot of those ads for money and it sucks it's gonna suck a lot for them um I hope hopefully whatever content creator you follow that does like anything that they do support them in any other way you can and it was and the funny thing was I was gonna make a big push for like at least to do like 3 partners so I can at least get like not what is it like I know I keep forgetting affiliate is when you can at least get your Affiliate is when you can do like when you can have like the when you can have like the what's it called, the emotes and also the channel points, right? Because that's not a, that, or am I, or is that the other way around where that's where it's affiliate? Anyways, point is, trying to get it is this. I was gonna make a big push for that because I wanted to, because I wanted to at least have yeah, affiliate gets the emotes and the channel points. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. And I wanted to make a big push for that because like I want to have at least the channel points. I want to have like the moderation tools. I want to have some fun with like a lot of this stuff. But knowing what's been going on right now as of late, it's gonna be a little difficult. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna completely give up on it. It's gonna be one of those things like, oh, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, fuck it. We don't do it. Those rights to advertise on their platform. They make a deal with a company, and the top 5 channels can make a side deal with advertisers. That's how Switch supports the deal. Right. This is the right to earn. Let's read. In my opinion, Twitch holds the right to advertising on their platform if they make a deal with a company, but the top 5 channels can easily make a side deal with advertising. How is Twitch supposed to defend its right to earn? Yeah, that is a problem. But and yeah, especially since the fact that a lot of that stuff trickles down to like the users, to like the user base, and it's like that's kind of important. But where I'm gonna get at is this. This is like part one of my huge rant. Part one. Like you're run by freaking Amazon. You can do something. You can do absolutely something with all this. Like you don't have to. You don't have like. I understand. I understand making videos is a very hard thing, especially like look at Google and like stuff like that. Look at how they like constantly no look how they constantly fumble the ball every single time something pops up. But the point I wanted to get at, and that is that I've been seeing a lot of people recently say, "Oh, I am going to kick," because like kick, does like better payouts and they do this, they do that, yada yada yada. My fear with that is that like how long is kick gonna last? I know I know I think they said it's been on like, they've been doing it for a while. But what makes me kind of concerned is that I've seen this firsthand with other places. Mixer, um, Hitbox. Those places went down after a couple of years, and it's just because like they couldn't keep up the infrastructure. And I'm wondering like if like the only other alternative that there was at the time was Facebook Gaming. Even then, I'm like Facebook Gaming. Who the fuck gives a shit about that stuff? Only your grandma does. But the reason why I brought that up is like how like they're doing. I'm seeing a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm jumping ship to these guys," and I'm like, it's fine. You can do that. Like I respect it, especially if they're paying you up front for it. Take the money. Sell out. Fuck it. Don't say you sold out. You say you brought fucking in, man. Just be honest with yourself. That's what I would do. I would be the first person to say, yeah, I I I I I got on the ground floor on this baby. You know, and reason why I say this is because I feel that those who are getting a lot of that are pay up front. Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't blame them because, like, especially when it involves money. And I mean, like I said, I'm not there to disrespect the people that do. I am absolutely 100% in favor, especially if you honestly believe that you can get a better deal. Fine. But my concern is it's the same thing. It's the same thing with like when I hear someone say, "Oh, I am going to this site now because this site is better than YouTube. And a couple of months later, it's like, oops, that was a bad idea. So that's my concern when it comes to a lot of stuff. Is like I don't mind. I like that they're gonna do stuff like hourly pay and like pay out upfront to their content creators and whatnot. That's really cool. But what concerns me, but like the thing that like I wake up in cold sweats every freaking night, especially especially when it comes to when it involves stuff like this, is like how long till that bubble burst, and how long is it gonna be until that when that if that bubble does and these hands are backwards. And how long is it gonna be until that bubble bursts and we don't have like and there's not much to do and then you're pretty much back here to this to what you're doing with your tail behind with the tail behind your legs. Um yeah, look what happened with Mixler. Mixler advised and already have occasion posting already okay. Yeah, I was talking to someone about I was talking to someone in another stream about my about we had a good laugh about it. We made a joke that's like it's libertarian Twitch. It's that's what it is. And I was like, I made a joke of like I should just go on Kick and stream. I just stream a Bioshock and be like, you idiots missed the fucking point of this game. Why? See how long I got? Because I said to him like I got Bioshock 1 here on my computer. And I got nothing to lose because I know Kick ain't gonna be here in like about a year. I give it a year tops. And like if like I got nothing to lose. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing to lose. So if I can go in there and just troll the shit out of it and just be a complete asshole. Especially to that fan base. Ah, that would be so good. But yeah, the only viable option, if I were to be like more serious, if the only viable option I can give to people if they really want to jump ship is to like, just YouTube is unfortunately where you want to be going. And I know YouTube is even more a tire fire, but if you want your work to be out there, and you want your work to be like seen and to be do stuff with it, unfortunately, YouTube is like the only viable choice, and while it's not the best choice, it's the only choice right now that what I can honestly say is a viable option. Um, and I know that's a very hard thing for especially a lot of people, especially up and coming people who want to like get their work seen and stuff like that. Like those who like, I know a lot of people who post on YouTube, and like the problem is with like YouTube is that obviously the algorithm is against the favor of like those who don't make like content that they want, especially um like like okay, I'm gonna out myself out. I'm not gonna out anybody else. Like I'm 50-50 queer. I'm bi, and I would like to see a little bit more queer content, and that's gonna be a huge problem. And when it comes, and you already kind of already pigeonholed yourself more when you're doing other things, and now you're gonna be furthermore pigeonholed into doing other. You're gonna be furthermore separated from everything when you're doing like content that's directed towards like towards the LGBTQ plus crowd, and it's really hard, and the problem like this has been a consistent problem for the last couple of years, and they still haven't fixed anything. They still haven't fixed anything, and it's like that's the thing that's like the biggest problem for me. Like like as someone that is kind of queer, I understand kind of the problem with it, and it does kind of bother me that that's what's happening too. I think what I'm more bothered the fact is like if you have like if you didn't get on the ground level, you're not you're not gonna be in a good place when it comes to a lot of their the algorithm. You're gonna like be you're gonna be out of luck, and you're not gonna be able to do a lot of it, unfortunately. So it's just like so unless you like lucked out at the very beginning, you won't be able to like do anything. And it's like it sucks. It sucks so much. So it's like it sucks if you're an LGBTQ plus creator, and it sucks if you're an up and coming creator. 'Cause, like if you do all this amazing work, it's gonna cost you so much work for you to do to get a lot of footwork to get you into the door to get you to do you to get exposed or to, like get seen or to even get people in the chat. I I'm I'm blessed that I have amazing people watching this stream. I'm blessed that I made a lot of acquaintances. I'm blessed that that I know a lot of great people. And I'm blessed to the people that come in here. I'm blessed to the people that come to the chat. I'm blessed to the people that work. You guys are all amazing people. But I understand too when it comes to YouTube, it's like your voice is going to be further muted by like so many other noise, and you won't be able to have that kind of same kind of experience than you would like anywhere else. And I think that's gonna be like the biggest problem going forward when it comes to this to like that kind of thing. They said, and I don't believe the answer is kick. I honestly believe don't I don't believe that's the answer to that's not the golden nugget. That's not the final thing. That shouldn't be the end all be all for it because there is more that we have. They have to do a lot more to prove that there's stability and stuff like that to in their infrastructure. They have to do a lot of that. They have to do a lot of work on that stuff to improve. And right now, they haven't proven that yet. They've just been throwing money at people, and they haven't been doing much in terms of like moderation and doing kind of protections for like queer and LGBTQ plus people. And it concerns me a lot that there's a lot of places that haven't taken that stuff seriously yet. And like because like I said, I know a lot of people that are going to be jumping ship that want to jump ship, but like and I know a lot of queer people who want to jump ship, but they they just don't have a I don't think that's like the right platform for them, and I don't think that platform's going to last very long at all if they're going to continue the way they're going. And if there's one thing, there's one huge positive I give to Twitch. Like, there's one thing if there's one thing, there's only one good thing I give Twitch is that they make the LGBTQ stuff visible, but at the cost that's like they just don't know what to do. Like because like it's a 50-50. Like we got like you have to keep like the bad stuff, but we want to do a lot of the good stuff too. And I at least I appreciate the fact that like they're trying to at least like um, prop up the LGBTQ and people of color. They've been trying to do a lot of that type of stuff, and I really do appreciate that they're doing a lot of that stuff with that audience. It's just just at the end of the day, it's all business, and when money talks, and if money is being lost in one part, they cannot they have to go back on a lot of things, and that's why at least that's why it's like Twitch is like the least is like the least resistant to that. I mean, they'll still do it, but at least they kind of do it with their knuckle dragging. Like they're trying. They're honestly got trying because like in other places like they will like instantly like whatever like okay we had a rainbow thing whatever like a couple of days later okay we're done. And that sucks a lot. It does suck a lot. And like I said, at least here on Twitch, they at least put some sort of AOL of effort to keep a lot of those all those content creators are like viable and afloat. And you know, I don't see those kinds of protections at all on Kick, and fuck no, I don't see that. I don't see any of that shit on YouTube. And Facebook. Oh god, I like who's gonna fucking pay attention to your streams? Like your grandma? Oh god. But yeah, that's I think like the biggest problem. It's just like, son of a, oh, that was a good crack. That's the biggest problem for me. It's just like like Twitch doesn't have a good infrastructure. Like take like any other places don't have the proper infrastructure to hold support, but the kind of environment that needs to be put in. Like what I mean by that is that they don't have a structure in place to protect, people, people of color, LGBTQ plus, and all that type of stuff. So that stuff is going to be that stuff is very, 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 very difficult. And they're playing favorites as well with other unsavory people in some of these places, and it's just not that fun at the end of the day when that happens. So, because it's like you're like you kind of like souring the mood overall, and it's just not that good, not that good. Mm, what else did I have? What else did I want to say about all this? Um, Super Metroid. I instantly recognize that from like those opening notes. Um, yeah, like I said, all this is just one huge like issue, and it's kind of I'm very concerned, especially when people say, "Ah, I'm moving to Kick," and especially people that I care about and people that have supported like our community and stuff like that. And it's just like, mm, really? Can we not, please? Can we not? I hope no, I hope so. But yeah, that's all my concerns I had so far with like what's going on. I don't know how things are gonna be going on going forward with like their I don't know how things are gonna be. I don't know how things are gonna be going forward. What how the protections are gonna be for these types of for like for all kind of content. But I'm gonna keep an eye out. I'm gonna keep an open mind. If they continue the pace they are, of course I'm gonna be on. Of course I'm gonna troll the fuck out of them and get on get on there and just start playing like start the screaming at them like you fucking missed the fucking point, you fucking idiots. As I play the first Bioshock. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a very loaded thing, and I know there's a lot more issues going on, especially with like the actual like people who are in the upper echelons who are actually partner. Because I know affiliates are the ones that that are getting affected, but I think like even partners are getting like even more screwed because they're like, yeah, we're gonna have you like have a more reduced we're gonna have like like something they didn't talk about something they didn't make public, which is very scummy in my opinion, is that they're like, oh, we like yeah we're gonna do this for affiliates. We're gonna be doing this shit for affiliates where it's like, oh yeah, you can't do this with affiliates, or if you get sponsored by someone else, you can't talk about it, or you can't make it publicly like known, or you gotta make it publicly known. It can only take up like certain amount of screen certain amount of screen space and stuff like that. And but I think what ends up happening with like the actual like content creators, like the actual people who are partners, they got an even worse deal. They're the ones who are like, oh wow, they're the ones who are getting like the other end, getting the other end of a stick. That's not something that they should. And like not to say a lot of people that I know like do this for like a living. They don't live off it. They have like 9 to 5 jobs. They're good people. They're good people. But the things they told me and the stuff that they the stuff that they showed, the stuff that they showed the stream. Oh man, don't get me started when not the ambassadors did not hear, or we're gonna be part of this. Yeah, yep. That's another big thing. It's like, yep, we're doing this behind everyone's backs because we want more money, and it's like that's so it's like yeah, so it's like there's a lot going on, and it's like it sucks so much. 'Cause I do know a lot of people who do like I do know people like on the upper levels who do stuff like do content well on higher up if you will that do like content that's like that that they'll do like they'll get like 1,000 people like every stream they do like stuff like that easily. So they're not hurting for like money and stuff like that, but it's like it sucks because it's like you put in so much for they put in so much like getting new equipment and whatnot, and then they get that happens to them, and it's just like that sucks so much. Like, and I can be privy to a lot of what a lot of those issues that those people had. So it's like, remember this is so yeah. I mean, is there anything else? Like, is there anything else that from this issue you guys had concerns about that you guys want to bring up that I'm not aware of that you guys want to bring up? I know like money is one of them. My big concern is like protection and like lasting power. That's my thing. So it's like I wonder how like I wonder like what else everybody thinks about like what's going on if they know if they got their ears in tune to what's going on. If not, let's switch gears to talk about something happier. I want to talk a little bit about Shin Kamen Rider. But before I do, who is gonna watch Shin Kamen Rider and doesn't mind like does anybody mind spoilers first and foremost? Because if not, then I can just shut up and we can move on to another topic. But to give you guys a general review of the movie, it's incredible. It's an amazing movie. Oh no, hit it out of the. I don't mind spoilers. Okay. Um, I mean, if I mean the only major thing to spoil is that it's like if you've seen the first couple episodes of the original series, they just remade those into like an actual movie. That's about it, really. So if you know the actual story, like if you actually watch it, I heard good things. Yeah, I mean, I saw the movie when like last week, and it was a great movie. I thought it was a great, fantastic movie to watch. Um, I like I there's some issues with the movie itself in terms of like pacing, but I feel like the movie just feels like it's going to like one set piece to the next, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I kind of don't has one forward Nazis as villains like you. No, they don't. But they do something interesting with the villain. They do something very interesting that's kind of adjacent adjacent to that. Like it's a more modern take, especially in the Japanese sense, because there's a lot because that is one thing that has to be known. It's like I think one thing that's gonna get lost by a lot of people is that it's a very Japanese movie. So often, oh shit, it's made by a Japanese person, but you can tell that there's a lot of like Japanese sensibilities and what he's taking out, and like Ano really just taking just like how he took a huge like piss at like the government for like their like how they did like control when it came to like disaster with Shin Godzilla. You can tell with Ano, this is like him saying to like this. It's a cult. It's that. What's the name of that cult? Um, Oh, the Happy Science. They're going by the Happy Science, like the as a villain, and they do it in a unique way. You know, they. I mean, like I said, it's not the Nazis, but it's like a modern day threat in Japanese culture right now, where it's like you have these people who are just scamming poor people into believing that the only way the only way path to happiness is to do so is just surrender everything to it, and you know, I guess one thing I kind of wish they leaned a lot more into, but it was a fascinating backdrop nonetheless, just like to modernize the kind of like the big problem, even though it's like to us Westerners, it might be very difficult because like we still have a lot of these types of issues with like the named people. But in Japan, I mean, the PM of the former PM got killed because of this. Like literally weeks before the movie came out, like the PM, the former PM of Japan, just got fucking killed, and so it's like the very topical thing for them. So it's like at the time, like that stuff, the stuff that Saber mentioned, that stuff was more topical. But now that this stuff is a little bit more on the nose. What's going on, and I kind of wish they leaned a lot more into it. But I think that worked to its benefit too, that they didn't lean in too much, because ultimately it's a story about it's a story about like, I mean, it's a good backdrop because like it does something where I like, where it's just like you get to see and you get to be part of like the kind of the growth of Hongo, first Kamen Rider, and also how he works with Tachibana, not Tachibana. Oh my god, Rider 2. Um, I'm just gonna bug the. Yeah, okay, Hichimoji. So you're gonna see a lot of stuff with like him and his relationship with Ichimoji, and how they kind of grow from like from their first when they first start off to where they are at the end of the movie. Um, and you can see it's a lot of it does go hand in hand with like the subject of happy science, and like how happiness is kind of affect, like what determines what happiness, and what's like what makes this person sad, what makes a person happy. What is the goal, what is the goal of humanity and stuff like that. It tells a lot in its kind of in its like minimal in its storytelling, and I do really appreciate the movie, how it did a lot of that stuff. um Happiness, yes, exactly like that, like in Persona 5, exactly that. So yeah, it's like so it's like it's taking a lot of cues of like modern day stuff, and um like I said, it's a really good movie, and like I don't want to go too much into detail. Like I said, the only big detail, like I think people like, and like I think like the big thing I think already people saw already, because like they were kind of really secretive with the movie until like the last couple of weeks, and I think the trailer that they showed off, like that, when people were like, oh my god, they're spoiling the entire movie. That's not spoiling anything at all. As a matter of fact, it's kind of quaint when you figure out like, oh, once you kind of see like everything else that's in the movie, they're not really spoiling much at all. They're kind of spoiling one of the big set pieces, but that's it really. There's an even bigger set piece fight that they have that's even bigger and even more grandiose. But that's one of the highlight fights with them fighting the Shocker Riders in the tunnel. That's a really cool fight. I think that's one of the best fights in the movie, in my opinion. When they're in that tunnel, and they're just fighting off the Shocker Riders. That's a really cool. That is one incredible fight sequence, in my opinion. And like all the fight sequences are so good. The first fight sequence with the spider bata, as they call it now, the spider og, as they call it. Um, Spider Og is like that's what they're calling that's what they call the Shocker monster now. Instead of calling him Spider Man, Batman, and stuff like that, they call him Spider Og, Bat Og, and stuff like that. And the first fight with the spider og is it's a violent violent fight. Like the guys are like gushing blood all over the place, and it makes perfect sense. And they explain it off. It's like, yeah, you're like when you transform to Kamen Rider, you have absolute no control over your emotions, and the only way you and if the more you use it, the more it's gonna suck your life force away. So the more you resist, okay. So the more you resist, the more you're resisting the more you resist not resist the temptations of happiness, the more it's gonna start sucking the energy out of you. And he has to hold back like so much. He's trying to hold back so much because he's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm killing these people like with one kick, one punch. What the fuck? Ah! And it leads to a really emotional end. That was really really good. At the very end, it's like, oh, it's that meme of like it's a meme of someone saying nothing else matters, and there's a sad person, and then there's nothing else matters, and there's a happy person, and that's where we kind of see where things evolve at the very end. It's like, oh, we're following the person that's not looking at it in a nihilistic way. So yeah, I thought it was a fantastic movie overall. Like, if you can watch it on like video on demand or whatever services you can find through the methods as me and Saber would call it, through like the like as we like to call it in a little circle with me and Saber, like the methods, if you will. But yeah, you know, I think I'm about to call it right here, because I did everything I wanted to do. I wanted to reassemble this, and like I said, it's gonna take a bit for me to like get the wet painting things ready. I already have like things. I already have it set up already. I just put some water, and I need to know what I'm supposed to do next after playing, because I need to know how much water I'm supposed to put on this thing, how much paint I'm supposed to put in this thing, and just yeah, just go from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research that this weekend, glue this thing up with with some new paint, and yeah, we'll be on my way. All right, let's go see who's on the Twitch. I know this was kind of a shorter stream, but I do really appreciate everybody that's coming by, because you guys are amazing people. You're lurking. Thank you so much for lurking. If this is your first time watching this stream, please do give us a follow. I really do appreciate. I really do sincerely appreciate any kind of like follow, any kind of support that you guys can get. Also follow. Hey, there's a lot more people that you should follow too. People like you should, people like people like Comey Burn. Give them a follow. They are really cool. I think they're gonna be playing Street Fighter 5 later tonight. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. They are just the best people in the world. And so I just saw someone here. I am gonna send you out too, because this person is really cool with their stream. So we're gonna raid Tepid Snake. I believe he is. What is he playing? He's playing something. Anyhow. Bravo Man. Okay, he's playing Bravo Man for the arcade archive. So I'm gonna send you out to him. He's a really cool dude. Does a lot of retro streams. He loves stuff like he's a huge fan of like stuff like City Connection. So talk to him in his ear about City Connection and all that stuff. That said, people, I'm gonna catch you all next time. Please, do take care, and I will see you all hopefully Tuesday.